So you are planning to take the IELTS exam but aren't sure which one to take, IELTS General or IELTS Academic. Well, you are not the only one. There are many candidates who face the same question. Worry not, in this video, I'll walk you through every detail of each of these exams so that you're able to make the right decision. You'll also understand how IELTS Academic is different from IELTS General. Let's start with understanding the purpose of each of these categories. IELTS Academic measures English language proficiency needed for an academic or higher learning environment. Broadly speaking, this exam is for those who want to
study or train in a university that teaches in English at undergraduate or postgraduate level, or institutions of higher and further education. But that's not all. A wide range of jobs also require this version of the exam. So you might need to sit the academic IELTS if you want to, work for a professional organization in an English-speaking country. For instance, professions such as medical, nursing, accounting, engineering require an academic test result for registration purposes in many countries. Therefore, if you are applying for a work visa in one of the above categories, you must check with your institution before registering for the test.
Alright, so this was about academic. Now let's see who all need to go for general training. IELTS General Training exam measures your English language proficiency in a practical, everyday context. The tasks and texts you get in the exam reflect both workplace and social situations. So this version of the exam is typically for those who want to
migrate to English-speaking countries like Australia, the UK, Canada, and New Zealand, who want to do secondary education or get work experience and undertake training programs in a country where English is the language of communication.
So your choice of exam clearly depends on the purpose of going abroad. You should plan carefully before registering for the exam. Let's move on to understand the similarities and differences in the exam format and scoring. Both general and academic exams test your English language abilities in 4 areas: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Let's go over the format of each one of them separately.
There is only one listening test for all IELTS candidates. That means academic and general training candidates will take the same listening test with the same scoring. The IELTS listening test lasts for a total of 30 minutes. There are 4 parts to the IELTS listening test. First is a conversation between 2 people in a social context. Second is a speech or talk with one person, again in a social context. The third is a conversation between up to 4 people in educational or training context. And fourth is a talk by one person on an academic subject. You have to answer questions based on what you have heard, and you will receive 1 mark for each correct answer. In terms of the speaking test, there is only one test for all IELTS candidates. That means academic and general candidates will take the same speaking test with the same scoring. The test is conducted face-to-face with an examiner in a room. It's for 11 to 14 minutes. The examiner controls the time and length of your answers. The test has 3 parts. Part 1, which consists of 8 to 10 questions and answers. It lasts for 4 to 5 minutes. Part 2 is a talk for 1 to 2 minutes with a rounding of question for 1 minute. Part 3 is a discussion which lasts for 4 to 5 minutes.
Alright, so the listening and speaking sections are same for both the exams. No difference in format, question types or scoring. However, the next 2 sections, reading and writing, are different. Let's see how.
The writing test consists of 2 writing tasks, Task 1 and Task 2. You get 60 minutes to complete both the tasks. You have to write at least 150 words for Task 1 and 250 words for Task 2. The main difference is in the Task 1. Academic writing Task 1 is a report on a chart that could be a bar chart, line graph, pie chart, table, map, diagram, or a process. General Training Writing Task 1 is a letter only. The letter could be formal, semi-formal, or informal in style. Academic Writing Task 2 is a formal essay. The common types of essays are opinion, discussion, advantage-disadvantage, direct questions, solutions. General Training Writing Task 2 is the same as academic essay writing. The essay is written in the same way and the scoring is the same. The only difference is that general training essay questions are often easier and topics are simpler. Also, the writing test marking criteria is also identical for both the versions.
Let's move on to the last section, the reading section. IELTS General Training Reading is different from IELTS Academic Reading in many ways, but mainly due to the language and difficulty level of the texts.
Academic and general reading tests both last for 60 minutes and include 40 questions in total. You'll receive 1 mark for each correct answer. General reading consists of 3 sections. Section 1 is based on 1, 2, or 3 texts and could be, for example, an advertisement for a job or educational course. Section 2 comprises more than 1 text that often relates to the workplace. And the final section, Section 3, is usually 1 long text. These texts are taken from books, magazines, newspapers, notices, advertisements, company handbooks, and guidelines. These are materials you are likely to encounter on a daily basis in an English-speaking environment. Academic reading consists of 3 long and complex passages on academic topics such as science, history, and sociology. These are taken from books, professional and academic journals, magazines, and newspapers. Besides the format, the other remarkable difference is in the scoring of the IELTS reading section. There is a difference of 1 band. For example, suppose you get 30 out of 40 answers correct in IELTS reading. In general training reading, that's an IELTS band of 6, but 30 out of 40 gets you a band 7 in academic reading.
To conclude, with the same number of correct answers, you'll get a higher band score in academic reading as compared to general training reading. Alright, so that's the end of our video. I really hope this information will help you to make the right decision. Before concluding, I would say, understand your requirements, choose the version accordingly, and start preparing right now. Visit our website unolearning.com and take a look at our courses. Book the course you like and start your IELTS preparation with one of our expert trainers from the comfort of your home. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.